Envision yourself at your breakfast table, with the TV turned on and anticipating sadness rather than joy, hospitality, and humorous anecdotes. Kelly Ripa, the bright spot in Americans' mornings for decades, breaks down in tears. The cause of her emotional breakdown this time wasn't a nostalgic tale or a heartwarming anecdote. Something much more intimate was at play. Some aspect of her marriage to Mark Consuelos startled onlookers. For fans all around the world, this was about much more than simply having fun. It was a rude awakening, a reminder that behind every charismatic TV personality is a secret struggle. This narrative is both tragic and inspirational, and we're going to explore it thoroughly today. You won't want to miss the great message that Kelly and Mark left for us all. So stick around to the end. Even though it starts off with sadness, it finishes with optimism. There hasn't been a more perfect couple than Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos for many years. Their romance started on All My Children in the 90s. The audience vividly recalls the on-screen chemistry that blossomed into an actual romance. Kelly and Mark appeared distinct against the backdrop of the Hollywood drama. Scandal wasn't what they were after. There was no need for them to show off. Instead, they settled down, started a family, and demonstrated to the world what it meant to love while under the microscope. They had 3 children together. They were popular with viewers because of how relatable they were. Kelly was quite candid about her struggles as a working mother, her fears, and the mayhem that is raising teenagers. Mark, on the other hand, was a rock who helped her out professionally as he forged his own path. Something, nevertheless, was occurring underneath that facade of stability. Kelly was moved to tears when she recently disclosed something. It happened during a very touching segment of Kelly and Mark's live show. In the hopes of hearing some famous cameos or humorous anecdotes, viewers tuned in. Rather, Kelly revealed something personal about Mark that caught everyone off guard. Her voice trembled, and her eyes welled up. She brought up his problems with something considerably more relatable, something that any viewer could identify to, rather than with celebrity or money. She finally came clean about the secret burden Mark had been bearing during their idyllic marriage. Tears continued to flow as she attempted to express it. It was upsetting for viewers back home. The performer Kelly wasn't here. This was Kelly, the partner and wife, seeing the struggle of someone she loves very much but who she is unable to defend. So, just what was this fight? How could it have shocked everyone? Mark Consuelos is well known for all of these qualities: charisma, strength, attractiveness, and a light touch. But recently, he revealed to Kelly the emotional toll that being in the spotlight all those years, working nonstop, and feeling pressured to always be on had on him. It wasn't merely tension. Exhaustion wasn't the only feeling. It was on a more profound level. He seemed to be disenchanted. Despite his unwavering strength for his family, the man was secretly dealing with uncertainties, exhaustion, and emotional challenges. Kelly confessed that until Mark sobbed one night, she had no idea how heavy everything had gotten. She was devastated by that moment because she had always thought of him as unbreakable, and now she realized he was suddenly vulnerable. However, this extended beyond just emotional distress. Additionally, it spoke to a more substantial matter that strikes a chord with countless Americans. It wasn't just that Mark was having trouble that shocked everyone. The difficulty he was facing seemed remarkably similar to mine. It was like a mirror for the lives of innumerable viewers. The weariness of pretending to be strong when you're not, the burden of family obligations, and the stresses of becoming older all add up. Kelly wept for more than simply her spouse. Those onlookers who have witnessed a loved one silently bear an excessive burden could relate. For all the parents who have struggled to keep their children's spirits up, for all the people who have buried their own problems behind a smile, and for every spouse who has felt helpless. All the pretense of being a celebrity vanished in that unfiltered TV moment. Genuine humanity was the only thing that stayed. Still, melancholy wasn't the only theme here. What came next was the main point. Kelly Ripa's charisma, strength, and sense of humor have always been her calling cards. But she demonstrated a different type of power, the strength of love, when confronted with Mark's secret problems. There were some adjustments made at home, she told her fans. Mark was urged by her to take it easy, relax, and retreat when he felt the need. In her words, the show could air later. Public renown could come later. His health was an urgent matter. She was sobbing for Mark's suffering and for the relief she felt that he was now talking about it. She addressed the audience. In times of crisis, the most courageous action is. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have long been portrayed as the epitome of a strong, united, and charming celebrity couple. The iconic couple has been there for each other through thick and thin, jobs, kids, and the ever-changing demands of the limelight for almost 20 years. Their admirers have gushed about their lavish lifestyle and the authenticity of their relationship, which stands out in an industry where many Hollywood pairings end in heartbreak. Unfortunately, Kelly Ripa recently startled everyone by breaking down in tears while discussing Mark Consuelos' personal problem. This was unexpected and profoundly touching for their fans. Kelly and Mark have been open and honest about their struggles as a married couple, parents, and multitaskers for a long time. Despite this, many fail to remember that there is always a human truth underlying their comedic and lighthearted on-screen antics. The fact that Kelly had an emotional breakdown brought to light the fact that even the most beloved couples deal with hidden struggles. By bearing the burden of her husband's suffering, she demonstrated not weakness, but an extraordinary depth of love and care. Although Mark Consuelos' unexpected difficulty is very personal, everyone could relate to Kelly's honest reaction. As a result of the couple's candor, fans from all around the globe showered social media with supportive messages. Not the revelation per such, but Kelly's willingness to show her fragility was what shocked everyone the most. Being genuine can be the most courageous thing to do, especially in a media world where appearances matter more than truth. Her tears served as a poignant reminder of this. Even the most resilient couples go through rough patches, and this moment just serves to highlight that. What distinguishes Kelly and Mark is their unwavering commitment to overcoming obstacles side by side, drawing strength from one another in moments of difficulty. Many look up to them because of how they handle happiness and sadness together. It's more important to be dedicated than to be perfect. Fans of Kelly and Mark's work have grown to admire them more after this episode. The world saw through Kelly's vulnerability how love isn't about being perfect, but about being there for someone when they're down and out. Even though Mark has had a tough go of it, his quiet strength shows that it is possible to persevere in the face of adversity. Whatever happens next, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have shown us that even in the brightest lights, nobody is immune to the problems that life throws at them. Their openness in sharing even a small part of their story has transformed an intimate moment into a powerful testament to love's ability to overcome adversity. Kelly and Mark have become more than simply celebrities. They are symbols of genuineness during a time when people are yearning for something genuine, thanks to this touching chapter. Their narrative exemplifies the power of being vulnerable, which is not a sign of weakness, but of true courage.